Hello friends, welcome. My name is TechManPat and today we are reviewing the latest out of the robot vacuum industry. This here is the ECOVACS N8 Plus. Right now on Amazon, links below, for 679 Australian dollars. And it's only $210 more than the Xiaomi robot we reviewed a little bit earlier that was $469. So is it better? Is it any good at all? Is it worth the difference? And should you even consider a bot for your home? All will be answered here. Thanks for jumping in. Make sure you like this video if you did and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Also, big thanks to ECOVACS for sending me this bot for review. Let's roll the intro and get started. Let's start with the obvious. It looks very similar to the previous model. After all, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And what is broke has been actually fixed, and I think ECOVACS has achieved that here. So let's have a little walk around the outside of the bot. Here at the top we have the laser distance sensor, or LDS for short. With the LDS navigation, this N8 can detect and accurately record all areas to create an accurate positioning and map reconstruction of your home. This includes small items on the floor like tables, chairs, and so on. With the distance detection of 10 meters and a position rating of about 2 millimeters, the bot can see and avoid the smallest obstacles in your home. To that end, the front bumper is there to back up the sensor when needed. Now the N8 is running ECOVACS' very powerful true mapping software. The mapping and navigation technology is based on the DTOF technology, which is mainly used in the aerospace industry and autonomous vehicles. It sounds like marketing gimmick, but in the end it really works. Here on the bumper we also have the carpet detection technology. It helps the bot to decide what kind of cleaning function that would work best on this type of floor that it is on at that time. What that translates to is intelligent home cleaning. It will automatically detect, then react to the carpet that it encounters. Now, generally boosting the suction power or avoiding the carpet altogether while mopping. Yes, that's right, it can also mop. We'll get to that in a moment. The other problem the N8 solves is for pet owners, maybe even more so for those like me with a large German Shepherd that sheds her coat daily. The fibers of joy end up in the floor and embedded in the carpets, so they're quite hard to get out. To that end, the N8's motor is the strongest I have seen at this price range, at 2300 PA in comparison to the Xiaomi bot at 1700, which is at the same size. It is also one of the quietest on the market, which really helps when you're working from home, but I would suggest in keeping it out of your office when you're on a conference call. But while you are in your home and the bot is tooting around in another room, it'll be hard pressed to actually hear it. Back to the vacuum power. Personally, this aspect was very important for me. I'm very allergic to dust and pollen. It doesn't help that I live in a desert here in Western Australia, so while it's probably unrealistic for me to get the big vacuum out daily and vacuum the whole house amongst everything else that happens in life, the N8 is the solution to that problem. And not only does it get the dust, it is a robot that doesn't need me to walk it around the house with a leash. I can turn on the bot once a day or even every second day to vacuum the house, capturing the dust and pollen and all that is on the floor. Since using the bot, I have seen a significant reduction in my allergy flare-ups, and I would highly recommend trying this solution out before getting fans with filters or anything like that. At the same time, the N8 uses medical grade filter that is pretty much like magic. The power to remove the smallest dust particles I mentioned before comes from this high density S-shaped fan blade they talk about, and that design has increased the fan blade density by about 46%, and this still in the same limited and narrow space from the previous model, the T8 that I reviewed a little while back. On the bottom we have two large rubber wheels with great grip. It's able to get onto thick rugs, carpets, over bumps, and navigates tight corners. Here is the attachment for the mop and the water tank, which holds about 240 mils of water, which works out to be about 200 meters squared of cleaning surface per refill, but personally I would say it is only about 170 before the water needs replacing, and it also depends on the settings you use. Here of course we have the replaceable brushes and the main brush, which is the same one as the previous model that I reviewed a few years back, and I have to say it's as good as it was when I first opened that previous box. It has not splintered, it hasn't fallen apart in any way for 2 years, so I'm expecting this one to last as long. And compared to the Xiaomi bot that has had its main brush replaced twice in 12 months, this is pretty darn impressive. The replacement parts are available on Amazon, and ECOVACS has created a bit of an ecosystem with parts fitting all models. So let's talk about what it's like to use every day, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's start with a fresh vacuum. There is some preparation you should know about before running the bot. First of all, pick up as much as you can from the floor. Honestly, As much as the laser avoids certain things, it's best to let it clean as much floor as possible, as sometimes I find it avoids a sock but leaves a giant circle around it as it avoids the obstacle. Now, during your first vacuum, the bot will map your home, and from then on in, you can ask it to do specific rooms, even schedule sections of the house for mopping or vacuuming. It vacuums very well. The carpet feels fresh, and the dust and the dog fur is definitely gone. Here are some examples of what I picked up after 3 days of not vacuuming with 2 large dogs. My suggestion is you need to buy yourself a powerful air blaster like this, and every time you want to do the next clean, you need to give it a bit of a blow. This helps with general maintenance, but also means that the bot will be powerful every time it runs, and it's almost like new, right? And it will mean that it will last longer. It is mechanical after all, and cleaning it often helps. Now, the bot vacuums my very heavy carpet, including a light rug that I can't even use a normal vacuum with, as it catches on all the little bumps and edges. The N8 vacuums the home so well, I don't see how I could have gone living without it now. Now, the N8 powerful suction has proven itself with the demands of my home, and if you're someone with a pet, fear not, it will manage. Now, to finish this part off, all I can say is that the N8 in the past 3 weeks has vacuumed my home every day without missing a beat. But I have also given it the best chance of success with making sure the floors are bare and cleaning the bot every time after. That is what a lot of people miss. They think they can just keep going and going, and then they complain that the bot isn't doing anything. Doesn't matter what bot, you have to clean it. The mopping, on the other hand, is a bit more tedious. You have to swap the mop out, the water, and so you might as well just mop yourself, especially as the mops are said to be disposable, and that's not economically friendly in my books. Then if you have wood floors like me, you might fear a bit of a water leak. Luckily though, the 4-stage pump has not failed yet, and the true mapping stops the mop from touching the carpet anyway. However, I cannot say it's the best clean. Sure, the water is a bit dirty in the end, it's very impressive, but it doesn't replace a good house mop by a human. In fact, my suggestion on this is to mop your home first and then use this bot mopping capabilities to keep the floor clean for a lot longer. Overall, I would not suggest buying this thinking that you will never have to mop in your life. You may not have to vacuum ever again, but mopping will still be a thing. With all that in mind, the 3200 mAh battery gives you about 150 minutes of running time. And I found the bot to manage my lounge room and 4 large rooms, including 2 bathrooms with a long corridor, in under 150 minutes. Each time it finished, it was running on fumes though, so it was in the red. And the battery charging is pretty fast too. Just before a party at my house, I ran the N8 twice, once in the morning and once at midday. It took around 3 to 4 hours to almost fully charge. It was about 95%, and I gave it a go then a second time. ECOVACS has taken what's good from the previous model, increased the power, which I thought previously could be a little bit better, added better detection for objects, and improved the filters. So finally, let's discuss the app. It hasn't changed much from the previous models. It is still the same with new features, updates, and bug fixes. Using that, you can connect this to your Amazon Alexa or Google Home, allowing you to use voice control, which I found myself using quite a bit. You can also set up continuous cleaning. This is great if you've got the docking station that's a couple $100 extra that automates the emptying process of your bot as it charges on the battery. You can also set virtual boundaries if you want it to avoid certain rooms, especially a kid's room with all the crap on the floor. There is an option for multi-floors, and the app sends out notification when it encounters any issues or starts or stops. The app also lets you know when it's time to clean sensors and or replace the brushes, which is still an actual long time. So would I recommend the ECOVACS N8 Plus at $679? Well, yes, it is the most affordable robot vacuum that comes with premium capabilities. The incredible suction, mapping, and navigation technology makes this an incredible option for busy households. I just cannot recommend ECOVACS enough at this point. And if you're going all out, I would suggest getting the auto emptier. So friends, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope it helped you decide if a robot is good for you at all, and if this model is the one you should choose. Make sure you like this video, subscribe if you want to support us, and I'll catch you all in another video. Big thanks to ECOVACS for sending me this bot for a review. Cheers and bye!